What's going on, everybody? It's Trippy Cakes. I know it's been a couple days since I checked in, and I've been real hush hush since this whole Phoenix 5 update and all that, and the live stream. I didn't say anything. I've just been kind of like gauging how I feel about it and what I think is gonna be. I didn't actually do the open beta or whatever because I feel like that's like opening your Christmas presents early. I'm not gonna live test, um, you know, stuff that I actually look forward to. If it's just something that's whatever. I know this is kind of a big deal for a lot of people, and I know I'm supposed to be making YouTube for you guys, but I still have to enjoy this game myself. So I kind of want to go over a couple of things, how I feel about specific stuff. I wasn't expecting Kitty Pryde to be the 20 bio sub character. I mean, I really wasn't expecting that. Like, I didn't see that coming. I mean, I figured she would be speed, and that's fine. And on the live stream, I know they said that she was more for PvP, and it's just when it comes to characters and them coming out with it in these live streams, I feel that the developers, they're good at designing characters, but I don't think they actually play their own game. Not like we do. They don't see it how we do. They see it in a different aspect. It's like how some people view their kids compared to, the babysitter that's watching the kids. So my overall impressions of Kitty Pryde were like, I mean, all right, whatever. She's another character I'll get to eventually. Um, so Kid Omega, a lot of people were like, oh yeah, he's gonna be the best out of all of them and all this other kind of stuff. I don't know. I mean, even if you think about a Star Agents getting the early access, we have pre-builds, so it's not going to be accurate to what, whatever your account is. But Kid Omega looks like a solid character. Um, Based off of his defenses at the tier 2 with the setups that they have. I know it's a very basic one, but his defenses seem pretty low. So I'm gonna hold my reserves on whether or not he's gonna be good in PvP. I could be wrong, but you never know. And Rachel Summers, me personally, like I love Rachel Summers in the comics. I read X-Men versus the Avengers, and she was in there. They were trying to kill her. Anyway, I digress. I'm excited for her. She's probably gonna be the hardest, or not, okay, fine, I'll say hardest to obtain, I guess, but I'm looking forward to her most, just because I like her as a character. um Unlike, Kid Omega, you can use the X gene selector on him, and that's a little bit easier way to get to him, but it's not that way with Rachel Summers, and we don't know how many bios are going to come out of the new game mode, and I'm going to go over that in a little while too. um but yeah, I'm most excited for her. I like her design and all that, so I'm pleased with it. So I mean, that's just how I feel about the characters right now. I'll know more when I actually play with them with my own build. As far as the uniforms go, a lot of people were disappointed with Emma Frost. I love this uniform. I think it's freaking awesome. I wish this was the first and only uniform that we had got for her, but I'm gonna have to go back and re-rank her to Mythic. It's so awesome. I like the skills. It was an improvement. Some of her skills in her last uniform, the Age of Apocalypse one, I felt that they were a little lackluster. These are a lot better, so I'm looking forward to getting her uniform. I really dig it. Um, and I mean, like I said, that's pretty much it with that. I mean, the fire damage and being a villain is cool and everything, but I'm really enjoying the design. It's fantastic. After that, when I was looking at Colossus, like I love the design. I like how they added a bunch of flame to the skills, and as it stands right now, he's a meta tank when it comes to PvP. I expect him to continue to be that way, if not improve. So I'm looking forward to getting my hands on with him, like with my own build, and seeing how he works out. Hopefully, he'll have a spike in damage. So, I mean, overall, I'm impressed with Colossus. I really like how he looks. He's pretty cool. So I'm definitely going to be picking his uniform up. I'm going to actually pick all these uniforms up. I just thought I'd touch a little basis on what I think of this. So then we get to talking about tier 3 Cyclops. I was one of the people that said Cyclops was in an okay place. He wasn't spectacular. He wasn't, trash or anything like that. But him getting a tier 3, I guess for the theme of the update, it suits it. I wasn't expecting it initially when we were talking about, the next upcoming thing after Silver Surfer when it first came out. His skills, I don't like how the continuous blast from the fifth doesn't exist anymore, but I will say his fifth skill is still, it looks really good. The thing is, I think he's going to thrive with rage. I feel like he may have been tweaked to replace Magneto for Alliance Battle Day. All of his moves are really short, and you can get out a bunch of rotations on a proc from a CTP of Rage. And I can tell that just by looking at the skills and timing the procs and stuff like that in my head. Normally it's a little bit harder to do that. But in this case, he's got a really fast rotation, and I assume that tier 3 skill is going to charge. And the tier 3 skill is actually relatively short in comparison to how long others last. So I'm looking forward to see what he's going to push in Alliance Battle. So, I mean, I'll let you guys know how that works out. And then when it comes to this game mode, we didn't get to see it. And there's some aspects about it that I'm just not really comfortable with. I like the live PvP thing. But what I don't like that they've been doing with these game modes that they put out is that they've been forcing their builds upon us. The way I see it is we spend all this time unlocking these characters, ranking them up, trying out different builds, using different things, and then they force a basic build on us. They did that with the whole the what you call it, the one where you rank up your agent stuff and get those tokens that don't really help all that much. Forget what the heck it's called. But my point being is, if we're going to go through all the work of ranking up these characters, let us use our own, or at least put in a secondary game mode that gives you a little bit higher rewards for using your own characters. So that way it doesn't feel like these new game modes are coming out aren't really pushing us, I guess. So as of right now, that's all I have to complain about, aside from the fact that they were the studio that put this game mode out, or are going to put it out, and they didn't even get to show it off because it wasn't working. That worries me. So I got a little bit long-winded. Anyways, I'm going to be dropping some more videos this weekend. And, let's just see how this goes, man. I mean, like I said, I'm worried about that game mode just a little bit. Anyway, this has been Trippy Cakes. Please do like, subscribe, comment if you're new. And I'm going to check y'all birds later.